Hey folks, hey, today we're with Bobby Urich and we're going to show you a thing or two about some of your products. Hey, what's your hottest bait right now?
Right now we're going to go out, we're going to use the Cavatron buzzbait.
Yeah.
We're going to use that really incredible shaky head that's really taken over the fishing industry.
Oh.
We got the Roland Martin big bass spinnerbait.
Hey, that's a good one.
And we got the new bladed jig. Let me tell you, it's going to be great.
This is what I'm guaranteeing him. I'm guaranteeing him an 8-pound bass. And I'll kiss your head on top of the world if you don't catch 8-pound bass. You're gonna catch 8-pound bass.
We got a bet. We got a bet. Stay tuned, YouTubers.
Hey, we're gonna do it, son. Hey guys, we're getting back down. I got my little heritage boat today. It's really a cool deal. This is that $10,000 boat. It's got a live well. It's got a battery. I mean a depth finder. It's got a neat trolling motor. Up front, it's got a trolling motor. Look at that 40 horsepower motor in the back. It's got everything, all carpeted, beautiful seats, beautiful storage everywhere. Man, this boat's ready to go. Anyway, that's what we're gonna do. We're in a small little rock pond, and I've promised Bobby a really big 8-pound bass. And so, but we gotta keep going. Okay, folks. I got one, Bobby! Buzzbait bass! Buzzbait, you can pick it off there. Yeah, there's buzzbait bass. Okay, son. That's not very big. I promised you an 8-pounder. That's not a real big one, but hey, he hit the buzzbait. He came waking up behind it. That's all it took. That old Cavatron. Now that's a 1/4 ounce, and Bobby and I both love this 1/4 ounce. I'm running on a 20-pound test braid. I mean, no, 20-pound test mono. I'm sorry, 20-pound test mono. Big old heavy rod. Hey, we're going to catch some fish today. Stay tuned, YouTubers. Another small one. Another small one. Oh, listen. On this setup that I got here, I'm telling you, this buzzbait deal. Now here, let me just show you real quick. Just leave the camera on. I'm going to show what I'm doing. I'm just throwing way out there on these points, and it's a deep lake. So I actually should have come in shallower than that. I'm going to come into the right. I've got to get in the shade of that point. I missed the thing. I'm threw it out there. That's where I want it, right there. Throw it out there. Throw it out there. Hey, Bobby. Well, here I'm gonna have Bobby cast his lure. Now, what are you throwing there, Bobby?
This right here is a brand new bladed bait that I made, and it's kind of after the Roland Martin big bass spinner bait.
Yeah. And
it's really unique. You know, the bladed baits have really taken over the market. But what I did was I created a joint in that blade, in that body. So now not only are you getting vibration out of it, but the bass doesn't have the leverage to throw that bait, you know, if he has too much weight on it. You just keep tension here. He can shake that as much as he wants, and he won't have the leverage to throw that bait.
Catch one on that point. I bet you get one there. It's going to be a big one. Watch this. Now watch him. He's going to get one on his point. He's going to let it down. You're going to let it down deep?
Going to just hug the bottom.
Okay. What kind of rod? You got about a 20-pound test line, 17-pound line?
Yeah, I like mono on these because it gives you the time for that bass to inhale that bait, and it gives you stretch. You know, we talked earlier about braid. You know, braid has its pros and cons to it, but I like that mono for that. And you can see that bait right here. If you can get a shot of that, it gets a ton of vibration.
Yeah.
And I'll put a little trailer on there to give it
boy,
even more
pretty,
vibration.
Yeah, it's real pretty. Okay, what you got something, Bob?
Yep,
what you got? Oh, son.
I got a gar.
Bob, what a gar. Huh, son, that's a good one. That bait really catches them. I like that bait. Garfish special. Hey, you've never come out with a garfish bait.
I never caught a gar in my life. Look at the teeth on that sucker, boy.
Man, that's a good looking deal.
What, do you grab by the head?
Congratulations. I got some pliers.
Give me that pliers, Rick.
Anyway, another buzzbait fish. Another buzzbait fish. You know, this, I'll tell you, folks, we haven't caught the 8-pounder yet, but we have caught a lot of fish on this buzzbait. And here's an interesting fact. That buzzbait Well, I was going to show you. He was caught on the trailer hook. He wasn't caught on this other hook. You notice? Now, he did jump off and jump back in the water, but he was caught on this hook. So a lot of people make the mistake because these fish are just nipping at it. They're not really taking it good. They're just kind of swirling at it in a very haphazard looking little strike. It didn't look like anything at all. It looked like a bluegill. But the point is that trailer hook will hook them. And that's what you need to do. Okay, another buzzbait fish. Another good buzzbait fish. That's what it takes, folks. It's maybe not 8 pounds, but it's getting closer. Getting closer to a big fish. Not quite 8 pounds. It's about 5 though. Halfway decent.
Yeah, that's bigger than 5.
And the point is, look where he was hooked. The original hook spot on that bass was, now that's where he got hooked the second time after he'd been on a while, but he was hooked the first time right there. The first time he hooked was there. That's what happened. So the trailer hook caught that fish. The trailer hook got him. That was the whole key to that thing, was having the trailer hook. And he blasted the bait, but he just didn't. I mean, the trailer hook was the key. He wouldn't have got that fish without that trailer hook. Beautiful, nice bass. Not quite 8 pounds, no. He's far from it, but he's a decent one. And that thing blasted it. That was just a blast cast. What I did, I'll just show you, just kind of reenact that shot. I threw it right up here. I'll just kind of throw it to the same spot. The disadvantage is you can't throw it in the weeds. Like I threw it in the weeds there. It came through the weeds. But the big fish hit like right in there. Oh, there's another one. He's not much, just a little one. Oh, this here, I'll show you this fish. This isn't a bass. We're in South Florida. So that's another Oscar. That's an Oscar, spawning Oscar. You get to see the colors of it come down sun. And look at the pretty colors on that thing. Really something. And anyway, that's an Oscar. They're supposed to be good to eat. I don't know. Oop.
Hey YouTubers, how are you? Hey, I'm Bobby Urick, president of Mega Strike Fishing Products. And let me tell you, what we're going to do today is we're going to throw the Mega Bug on the new heavy duty EWG shaky head. And the secret about flipping this bait into this heavy cover is when that bait hits the bottom, it's going to stand up and look natural to the fish instead of laying over on its side. And as you drag that bait, it's actually going to have a fulcrum system that rocks that bait forward and keeps that bait in the natural position. And I'm telling you, that's going to tick off that bass so much, man, he's going to strike that bait and he's going to eat it. So what we're going to do, we're going to flip it on this real heavy line here because we're in South Florida and we're going to catch some giants today. So let's give it a shot. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to pitch these reeds. I'm going to get way back up in there because it's really bright sunlight out here and they're going to be under that shade. What you do is just toss it in there, lift it up 2 or 3 times, and they're either in there or they're not. They're either going to strike or they're not going to strike.
Don't be afraid to get back in there. It's outside is one thing. There's 5 or 6 feet of water back underneath.
Yeah, I see that.
5 or 6 feet in. Yeah, way to go, Bobby. Come on. Yeah. Yeah.
He ain't the 8 pounder.
No, that's a good deal though.
And I would say so many of my hook sets are right through the top of the mouth.
Yeah.
But when you're down here and you're fishing heavy cover and stuff, you need a real stout hook on there, and that's the Mustad Ultra Points on there, and nothing's gonna bend that. So I'm gonna hook up that bug again. Real easy to do. That one got torn up pretty bad though. What we'll do is we're gonna take that, hook it right through again, go fishing.
Oh, there's one. Oh, son. They got it. They got it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that good one. Oh, son. Buzz baiting time. That's a good fish. I tell you, we haven't caught that 8-pounder yet. We're catching nice, big, fat ones, though. And they're hitting that buzz bait like crazy. The buzz bait is the deal. Ah! YouTubers! I tell you what, that one hit the whole buzzbait that time, but the trailer hook is a big deal. If you notice that 1 5-pound fish we had, it hit the trailer hook, and so that's a big part of it. Now the other thing I'm doing, I'm taking 20-pound mono. I don't like braid on a buzzbait, and I don't like fluorocarbon on a buzzbait. I take 20-pound mono on a big flipping stick, and this is that big Bass Pro Shop Platinum Series reel. And see what you can do with the big rod is you can hold it up. You can hold the thing up on top like this, and just get a nice. Plus, it's a heavy enough rod that when they set the hook, I can really reel down and set the hook hard. Let me explain a little bit about this bait. I've been working with Mega Strike a long time. In fact, when you buy these Cavitron buzz baits on the package, sometimes on some of the packages, my name's on some of them, because I've been endorsing it for a long time. But the thing about the Cavitron is it's the slowest moving buzzbait there is. See these holes and the way it's designed, and it's just the whole total design of the lure makes it slow. And you couple that up with holding the rod high, you can make that buzzbait go so slow. Sometimes that's the key to getting a big bass to hit, is the slow retrieve, and the slow speed is sometimes the ticket for bigger fish. So anyway, remember the word Cavitron, because it's the slowest buzzbait there is. It's the best buzzbait ever.
Come on. What I was doing was just dragging it along the bottom. And I felt that rock. And he was there.
Yeah. Nice fish. Way to go, son.
Just on that shaky.
Hey. Well, anyway, hey folks, I tell you what, Bobby and I have shown you a few things. We caught a few fish on buzz baits, and I promised you an 8-pounder.
Right.
But I said I'd kiss you on the head. So
give it one.
We didn't catch an 8-pounder. We caught a 5-pounder, and we caught some 3-pounders and 2-pounders.
We caught a lot of fish.
We caught a lot of fish. So anyway, we showed you a few things about buzzbait fishing and about shaky head fishing. And thank you, Bobby.
We had a great time. We had a great time down here with Roland Martin. He's the legend. He's the best of the best.
Hey, you YouTubers, you watch up now. We're going to have a good video coming for you each week. Stay tuned and subscribe. Thank you, sir.